Pop out the chat. Chat. There we go. The social posts. Popping on Twitch. Oh, more. Who's Kiwami? It's slot prices all day and avoiding murder. That is all. Right. Love it. We will get back to helping Haruka out imminently. Finding out what the deal is with her locket being connected to the 10 billion missing yen. But first, we got Pocket Racer to do. The far more important part of this game. Hey, Echo. How you doing? Hey, Cass. We're going to find out what's going on with the 10 billion yen that maybe exists in the locket of the little kid, but we saved right outside Pocket Racer. We're doing Pocket Racer first. This is the most important part of this game. The main plot, exactly, Tara. Ooh, Echo says, I'm very happy. New extra fancy outfit arrived. Ooh, congrats. What kind of outfit are we talking? If it's alright to ask. It has a cape. Okay, then I was gonna say if it's alright to ask, but of course it's alright to ask. If your outfit involves a cape, I guarantee you want people to ask about it. Maracas Coleman says, I played the demo for Bubsy 4D, and it was really good creative level design, fluid controls. I think you're all too dismissive of it on Podquisition. I didn't know it had a demo. Look, maybe it's gonna be good. The track record of the Bubsy series has taught me to be dismissive. Is there a spot on the Discord for selfies I'll post a pic? Yeah, you probably just chuck it in general. And I'm excited to see this cape. Alright, where am I up to in the cups? We're up to intermediate. We have a jump and a loop switch. 8 laps. Okay. I actually got mistaken for a Christmas decoration and the lady kept apologizing, but I was chuffed. Hell yeah. So which track is this? This is the intermediate cup. Posted. I'm looking for this. Oh wow, that's a fancy old outfit. The beret and the master sword really do make it. Oh, that's... I would not trust myself to get that filthy. But you do look ready to be the... You look ready to be, like, the second party member recruited in a 300-hour RPG, and I think the look works great for you. Right, what am I doing? This is what? Intermediate cup, so I want... What's my budget for this? We've got a budget of 30, so I can improve my customization a bit. Currently I'm like way under budget. I want to see what new stuff I can be buying for this. We've got jumps and a loop. Got both jumps and a loop. I don't think we have grass on this track. I've yet to get up to speed on the Cymbeline episodes that have been going on with Dice Funk, but I'm excited to. Okay, 8 laps. Super speed frame would be nice. Oh, I keep forgetting that I have to just go to the right with the analog stick if I want to do this. I've got some of the details on the track up, so what am I'm looking at? I can get one of those. What motors do we have? How much, oh, I should move my webcam just so we can see how much cash I have available. I don't want to be buying parts carelessly. I got about, yeah, buying the high torque motor would be about 10% of my remaining cash. Hill climbing ability, not the most important one for this. Echo, exactly. Dress like the anime protagonist that you want to be seen as. Hell yeah. We've got the high capacity battery for the 8-lap. Do I want... At this point, do I want suspension? Do I have suspension options? Suspension. Yeah. Speaking of really good 3D platformers, I highly recommend Big Hops, about a frog boy lost from home trying to get back. Really fluid controls, inventive movement mechanics, charming art, no one's playing it. I saw it on the Switch eShop today, and it's definitely got my attention. I do want to check it out. So, yeah, this is intermediate cut, isn't it? Let's try this. So we've got jumps, yeah, we've got jumps and loops and the big banking. We've got the super speed frame. You want the super speed motor? Yeah. Getting that top speed. What gears do we want? Can I afford to have the Godspeed gears on? And we want high capacity, that's what we've got. Suspension. If we've got jumps, we want some suspension. 29. It's within budget. I don't know if I'm being overly risky by having the Godspeed gears on this build. I probably don't need the Godspeed gears, but okay, slow start. Will I gain that speed back? I'm really trailing the pack right now. This might not be the way to go. Hey, Artisan! I'm regaining some speed. I'm building it up over time, but I don't think this is enough. Can I make up for this with a boost? Where's the safe place to boost gonna be? Oh, yeah. Oh! Should not have survived that boost. I've only got the one boost anyway, yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is not going to do that. What do I need to change on this build? Let's have a look. Let me just pull up the track stats again. This is intermediate cup. Yeah, not a good showing. I think I had either too high stability or I want to change, like, the motor or gear. Probably not motor. Do I change the gear type? Okay. Doing intermediate cup. Got super slick tires. We've got a super speed frame. We've got more stability, I think, than we need right now. Our motor is the super speed motor. Change that, maybe. What gears do I have right now? I'm not sure about the Godspeed gears. Great for a stable flat track. I think these are not a good fit for the jumps. Actually, we could try swapping to high speed, but I think for 8 laps. We need high capacity. No side stabilizer. Medium suspension. Can I get different gears? Or do I remove some of those safety features that I've put on? Maybe we just take off the suspension, run with it. Futuristic car with good downforce. Oh, didn't realize the different cars actually had different stats. Do we sell gears in here? We got boost gears plus. Speed gears. How many points are they to equip? Power gears. What gears can we get? $3,000. Okay, I am definitely going to be running out of cash soon, so I'm going to have to progress the game if for no other reason to buy more parts for my slot car, because I know they're gonna put new parts in the shop as soon as we finish this race. I know we don't exactly win prize money or anything. I have to go get a job, pay off my pocket circuit habit. Yeah, with the amount of slopes, I need some power, because power's the thing that's going to stop me losing speed on the uphills. It's all well and good having a good top speed, but with the amount of frequent slope climbing and up and down little bump hills, which I'm blue, okay. Okay, I'm in the pack. That's fine. That's reasonable. No winning, but I'm doing alright. Well, Yakuza minigame could be a fun game, a full game in its own right. I think some of the business management ones, like the business management one from Like a Dragon, could probably be spun off. I think Infinite Wealth's the Animal Crossing island that is about fighting the trash lords could be spun off. I think Zero's Cabaret Club management could probably be spun off with some tweaks. There've been a few. Hey Natalie, I'm doing pretty good. It was Jane's birthday over the weekend. Ooh, I am in the lead. This is good. We had a nice weekend. We did a Bridge Command mission. We played D&D with some friends. We played Clank Legacy with a different friend group. Had some very, very fancy vegan cake. It was very lovely. It's a lovely gift from some friends. There we go. Had a very nice weekend. If a social one, like it was, don't get me wrong, it was lovely, but it was a lot of being around friends and a lot of downtime kind of weekend. Okay. Tara says, once again, Laura proving she's in the pocket of Big Wife. Oh, if only the pocket of Big Wife were big enough for me to be in, then yes, I would be in the pocket of Big Wife. Double walled course for twice the fun. Speeds are in style. We've got big slopes. We have jumps. We've not got loops. Jump long wall. No grass sections again. Do I just do the exact same build for this one? Just gonna see. We've got the jumps again. How many laps are we? There's fewer jumps for the rest of jumps. What's the... Oh, 12. Yeah, we definitely want to be on a high capacity battery for 12. Let's go for it. I trust my build. But yes, we played a wonderful D&D campaign that Jane ran, involving a fictional equivalent of Magic the Gathering that had become popular in the D&D setting, that had suddenly gotten popular after all of its art changed to a new art style. They may have been kidnapping poor people and transforming them into monsters and then imprisoning them in the cards to get better looking card artwork. I'm green. I am in the lead, maybe tying with yellow. Okay. But yes, we played Sorcery the Conclave, I think was our knockoff Magic the Gathering. Okay, I've got a small lead. I have 2 boosts, but I'm not going to use either, if I can help it. This is 1/3 of the way, and I have a good lead. Probably a decent sign. I don't need to be boosting. Is there a name for those mobile games where you pour liquid so that all the different colours are in one place? I'd like to find something like that on Steam. I don't know. The only place I know of for a fact I could find one of those mobile games is in... Oh, what was that Switch game called? So you really want... It was something like, so you really want to play those games that you've seen in the mobile ads? Well, here they are! Or whatever it was called, that compilation on Switch. Oh, we are well ahead of the pack. This is a great build. I love this build. I assume they're like a liquid variant of tower. What was it called? Towers? Bit less calm than my speed. Yeah, I know the kind of thing you mean. I wouldn't know what to call them to find them. Okay. How much money do I have left right now? 50,000. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more cups to get good at. What do we got? Master your landings. Okay, so it's going to be one that's heavy on the suspension, short slope, sloped curve. 8 laps. Is that grass sections? That looks like grass sections. Is it grass? Okay. What do we got right now? Just try this with the current. We've got 5 more points to work with. I guess we'll find out if this is a grass section when I try this. I think that's thing number 1 to change is the wheels. Okay, at least one of the competitors come with spiked wheels, which suggests I probably should have come with spiked wheels. Oh. Yeah, that was indeed grass. Only 1 patch of grass. Is it worth me changing my entire wheel type? Oh. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. I got some real problems going on here. Don't think using a boost is going to be enough to get me back on track. No. Okay. Are there, perchance, new things in the shop at this point?
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, we've got 50,000 left. Dark Steel, I have seen the ESRB or PEGI, whichever ratings board leak it was, to do with that game. I am not commenting on it. I will probably be around tomorrow and I'll watch the reveal trailer on Twitch. Like, I'll do a little reaction stream. I think it is fair to say I did some work on the last Life is Strange game. I am in the credits on the last Life is Strange game. It sure sounds like a sequel is about to be announced, and I'm not going to talk about that supposed sequel until it is officially revealed. People can point at that PEGI listing or ESRB listing and go, that looks interesting, and I will say, that sure does look interesting, and rarely do ratings boards list that kind of information for no reason. It's usually a pretty good, reliable sign that the information within is probably correct. I'll have more to say tomorrow. I'm not going to comment on a series I've worked on a recent entry on before its official announcement. Cass says, I wonder what legal situation could possibly cause you to be so reticent. Look, I'll tell you what that legal situation is. It is an abundance of caution. I had conversations with members of staff at Square Enix and the development team for Life is Strange prior to the last game. And that last game ended on a cliffhanger that went, hey, this is probably getting a direct sequel. We're probably continuing this story. I was in a room where things were mentioned, And out of an abundance of caution, I ain't saying shit. Laura's playing coy. She's the writer, director, CEO, and head of HR. I wish I was. It would make it a lot easier to be a big champion of Life is Strange right now. Yeah, I was very, very honoured to be able to do accessibility stuff for Life is Strange. I ended up getting myself a Life is Strange tattoo based on the original game's time rewinding spiral. I have cosplayed Chloe Price from Life is Strange in the past. I can tell you, I was very okay with it was not a popular opinion. I was very okay with Chloe and Max not staying together, and that being a thing that was explored in Double Exposure. I am personally a big Chloe fan. I am a person who let Arcadia Bay get wiped off the map to save Chloe. I would be very excited if the rumors are true and Chloe is coming back. I would be delighted by that. And that is the most corporate answer possible. I will give you a less corporate answer in... what time is it now? 20 hours from now, when the reveal stream happens. I'm very ready to have thoughts about that entry. I love that there are series I have to be coy about. Part of me was very tempted to Fantasy. I kept looking at Fantasy Critic and being like, because when Fantasy Critic was happening and people were like doing their bids, I was like, do I point out to people this Peggy ESRB story? I don't think people were going to gamble on... after the reviews on the last one, I don't think people were going to gamble on it in Fantasy Critic, but I was looking at it being like, yeah, that ESRB Peggy listed is probably, you know, there's no smoke without fire. Echo says, you, a blue-haired, alternative, creative, free-spirited gay woman, you're a fan of Chloe Price, right? You caught me. Natalie, I will be doing a stream tomorrow. That's the plan. I should be doing a stream for the Life is Strange thing tomorrow. Doug Steele says, I didn't know you worked on Double Exposure. That's awesome. Yeah, I did accessibility consulting. Not a huge amount of stuff, but I can tell you this. The people who worked on Life is Strange True Colors saw my accessibility review of True Colors, specifically... I think I can say this much. Some of the comments I made about that game not subtitling song sections getting a bit weird, and the importance for accessibility of not having closed captions just ignore a song that is being sung by the main character, for example, in the section where the main character was singing Creep and the subtitles just didn't acknowledge what was happening. And they asked me a bunch of questions. They showed me stuff from Life is Strange Double Exposure. I knew some narrative and some mechanic stuff about that game in advance of its release, and asked me to give feedback on some things they were considering, some things they were looking at. I'm very happy with some of the, you know, I can't say what feedback I gave or what it led to, but I can say I'm very excited that they did some tweaks to how the autism sensory spike warning system works in Double Exposure. I think that was very cool. And my name appears with like 6 other names at the end of the special thanks, and that's pretty cool as a long-time Life is Strange fan. Darksteel says, are you able to comment on previous entries in the series that you did not work on before, like Before the Storm? After playing that game, I'm honestly a big fan of Chloe and Rachel as a couple than I am Max and Chloe. I think that Max and Chloe and Chloe and Rachel are 2 very different kinds of not terribly stable teenage relationship, and I think that's okay. I think both of them are kind of whirlwind romances that you have in your late teens, early 20s that may not stand up to scrutiny, but do provide something important to your development at the time that they're happening. I think that they are both wonderful relationships that, if had survived to adulthood, both couples would have looked back on and gone, God, we got a terrible start, and like, I am surprised we made it as long as we did. I think they would talk fondly about how not great their own starts were if either pairing had stayed together. Also, Life is Strange 2 is fucking incredible, and I would really love to see another story in that vein. Life is Strange 2, I really want to go back and replay, maybe even do some on stream at some point. It holds up very well as a very timely piece of art. I was rewatching some scenes from it, like, literally this weekend, and it sure does feel very prescient with what's happening in America right now. Anyway, yeah, we're doing the Pro-Am race, so what do we got? Let's just go upgrades on the shit that's already doing well for us. The defaults, but the next tier up. And see where we go from there. We've got 50,000. So we want to get into the ultra tier now if we can. We're looking at like... What we got? Have we got better motors yet? I want that Godspeed motor, but it's 50k. What if I just get the Godspeed motor for now? Dark Steel says, have you ever read any of the Life is Strange comics? I won't spoil what happens in case you haven't, but I'm quite happy that my preferred pairing at least got a happy ending there. There's also a TV show that's coming soon, real interest to see how that goes. I mean, you're kind of giving that it has a happy ending. I have been reading the Life is Strange comics. This is one of the things I said when people were unhappy that Chloe and Max weren't together in Double Exposure, is if you want a story that is a direct sequel to the original Life is Strange, following the ending where Max and Chloe, where Max sacrifices Arcadia Bay for Chloe, that follows them continuing to be a couple after that. That story already exists, and I think that in many ways it was more interesting that a follow-up game didn't just retread the water of those comics. If that's the story you're interested in, I really enjoy that comic's exploration of the universe is still trying to pull their relationship around, just with a different universal mechanic going on. I really like what that does in terms of opening up Max and Chloe being able to explore different versions of what could have been, which is really interesting. I really like what it does for Max's development, specifically. I think she's a way more interesting character in the comics than she is in the first game. I like those comics a lot, and I think that games going in a different direction can very much explore different space and coexist. Also, I really like the pirate-themed punk band that appears in the very first comic issue. I think it's very cool. I like the extended group of queer friends that exists in the comics. Yeah. Okay, let's start upgrading this car for now. Oh, I can't afford to do more pocket races. Okay. I bought the fancy motor and now I can't afford to race my car. Okay, well, we'll come back to this. In that case, plot, where are you? I've not done enough business management minigames for, Oh, it's you. Hello. What's the hurry, Kiryu-chan? You weren't trying to sneak past me, were you? Oh, are you gonna give me money if I beat you up, Majima? Please give me money if I beat you up. so that I can turn around and go straight back to Pocket Circuit. I would love some economics right now. I'm just gonna wail on you, sir. Okay, do we have money? Or are you just giving me a new ability? Okay. I can't remember if you give me money. Nope, just increases my Majima everywhere rank. And gives me a move. Oh, there's a side quest. Side quests equal money, equal pocket races. I'm not gonna go that far off track. Let's just come here and see what. There's a Club Sega side quest. Do I even have enough money for Club Sega right now? Oh, this is us looking for people to be the successor to Pocket Fighter. Tara says, your review of True Colors was a realization for me. I realized that I was afraid to criticize poor accessibility because I've been conditioned to be grateful any attempts to make things easier. Things don't get better if you just say nothing. I'm glad to hear that you had that response to it. I know a lot of people, I'm not going to name names, but I know there's a lot of people in the accessibility space who do kind of feel that way, that you should be... Your job, if you're doing an accessibility review, is to praise what they're doing well, and don't be too critical of what they're doing poorly, because, well, don't tell them off, because then they might not do the things they're doing well again if they feel like they're getting told off for trying. And I'm like, no, they're not going to know that they're doing a thing badly unless you tell them they're doing a thing badly, and it doesn't have to be mean. But, like, that scene where What's-Her-Face is singing Creep, and the subtitles just did not acknowledge that that was happening, was just kind of bad. And I was like, look, I know there's probably financial things involved, but, like, you got to find a way around it, because this is not acceptable. And, yeah, I can say that generally, game developers are, like, who are invested in accessibility, who are trying to do it right, like, any kind of developer that has a dedicated accessibility menu, will generally really appreciate having it pointed out to them if they've missed something obvious. It doesn't have to be mean-spirited to go, this could have been done better, I got options for you, I got ideas, it doesn't have to be my ideas you do, but you gotta do something here. Oh, okay. Someone... Is that you, Kazuma-kun? Where have we met you before? Oh, we used to play Pocket Circuit together. Hideki! You're one of the little kids from Pocket Circuit in the last game. You were the one that were trying to get a girlfriend, right? I've got a boring desk job these days, but I still swing to Kamurocho when I can. Why are you looking like death in an arcade? I'm looking for a new Pocket Circuit fighter. The fighter's getting married? Yeah. Okay, the industry does need some new blood, but the Pocket Circuit fighter wants a successor. We're looking for someone as passionate about Pocket Circuit as he is. Oh, I can't do that. I've got a job and such. Ooh, you have a lead for us. Do you remember a boy called Takuma-kun? He's the kid who always played with you. Dark Steel says, I wouldn't be surprised if the RIAA was the reason for not showing lyrics on the screen. I remember in the mid-2000s they tried to shut down websites that showed music lyrics. Yeah, so I've talked to enough game developers from enough different studios, and I want to be clear, this is not me saying that this is a conversation I had with any particular developer I brought up this evening. I've had this conversation with different developers for different reasons. Is the conversation about why song lyrics often don't get shown on screen, and there is a financial cost with licensing. If you want to have a song appear in your game, or you want to have a character in universe sing a cover of your song, that is one financial license to pay, and displaying lyrics, written lyrics, is a different license to pay. I know this from when I wanted to quote one line from a song in my memoir, and the legal team were like, fuck no, we ain't paying for that. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. And the point I made is, yeah, it is expensive, but you don't think it's unreasonable to pay for the rights when you want to cover a song, for example. You're paying more to cover the song. Showing the lyrics is expensive, but it's not as expensive as what you've already paid to have the song. You're thinking, yeah, but I don't need that, so that expensive amount is unimportant. And, you know, at the end of the day, that's ableism. The fact that you are willing to pay the large amount of money to license a song, but you won't pay the amount of money it costs to license the lyrics for people who are deaf. But, you know, I get it. If that is a hard sell and you can't get around it, what are solutions? List the name of the song and the original artist so that someone can go Google the lyrics themselves. Simply say, the character is singing a sad song about insert topic. There are things you can do that are better than just having a blank subtitle bar because you didn't pay to have the lyrics there. And, like, talked about the pros and the cons of different approaches. And I'm like, look, having the lyrics there is, like, the gold standard, but you can get around it in ways that, like, are better than what you're doing now. Wall Spider says, when it comes to accessibility and quality of life, if you are not doing it, someone else will, and the fact an aftermarket product is either quality of life or accessibility focused when it comes to games, never ever a good look. I'm pretty sure I've seen drunken singing in subtitles. Right. Takuma-kun might be a good candidate. A lot's gone down since Yakuza 0. What's the deal with Takuma-kun?
Cool.
Oh. Is this... This might be the side quest. I'd forgotten that this was this. Hello, everyone. The Yakuza series has gotten much better with trans characters over the years. Particularly by the time you get to, like, Yakuza 3, Yakuza 4, you get, like... You start getting side quests that are active apologies for earlier side quests in the series. I don't think any of the early stuff is intentionally mean-spirited, and I think that the series has done a lot to improve itself over time. But we are about to encounter one of the earliest trans storylines in Yakuza. And I'm going to be honest, it's been a little while since I've played this. I couldn't tell you the specifics of this one in particular. I'm just going to tell you, I know that the later parts of the series end up apologizing for some of their own side quests, so I'm just going to give you the heads up to just be a little cautious. You must be... Oh, is this not the one I thought it was? Oh, it's Mika-chan. I apologize. I was having a brain moment. I was like, oh god, is this one of the early trans ones? For a second, I thought this was the other kid we were looking for, and this was one of the early trans stories. It's been a while. I don't remember where the trans stuff first pops up, but I'm like, I know it pops up in Kiwami. And the way they were setting up that scene, I was like, is this it? Are we doing it here? Well, apologies that I gave you an unnecessary, it was a product of its time disclaimer for... Nope, forgot that this was just the girl that we met. Okay, how have you been, Mika-chan? Do you remember how I used to tell the other races I was your girlfriend? Those were good times. Okay, well, this was also a product of its time. She really yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was not ideal. How often you were saying you were dating the grown adult in the room. You know what? I'm just gonna look up. I'm gonna remind myself when is the trans bit in this game? Kiwami trans. Where is the trans bit in? Yakuza 4's remaster is good. Some things from this series. If you play the currently released modern remastered versions of the Yakuza series, you can dodge a lot of this. Yakuza 4 originally had a quest that talked about going to a Tesla bar. That is one of the big ones that I think Yakuza 6 does a very big apology quest for. Yakuza 0 was good. Oh, okay. The sub-story in Kiwami we're waiting for is, the truth about beauty. Because here, I can tell you what I remember about Kiwami. Kiwami has Kiryu beat up a trans woman, in a kind of uncomfortable way. And I was like, God, is this where it happens? Is this where we get in? Because this is the thing that was clicking in my brain was, oh God, was the trans woman he beat up one of the kids from Zero? Because if so, yeah, because the thing about Kiwami's... that when we get there, I apologize in advance when we get there, Kiryu has a whole thing about how he won't hit a woman and then he hits a trans woman. And the game really... I will say the series does go out of its way to bring that trans woman back later and to have Kiryu be very explicit that he is a different person to this point. But yeah. Okay, I know what quest I'm looking out for. Yakuza 3... Yeah, Yakuza 3 had some problems as well that the remaster fixed. Yakuza 3 was so bad. When they remastered it, they not only took out the transphobic bits, they put in a separate, incredibly trans-positive side story in its place. Yeah. Look, this is a series from Japan that started in Japan in, like, 2002. I am just glad that it's done what it can to try and make amends as it's gone on. Anyway, apologies for the false flag here. Okay, she's working at a cafe nearby. What's wrong, Hideki? Oh, yeah, this was the kid that was in love with the girl, yeah. I'm faster than him in Pocket Circuit. I spent my whole first paycheck on the best parts and mods. Your whole paycheck? Kazuma, I challenge you to a race. What about finding the fighter's successor and finding the other kid? If you beat me, I'll tell you about him. I'll show you how much I've improved over the years. Let's go. Okay. Okay, we'll get back to this. Let's go. Progress the plot slightly and hopefully find some money and then we can head back. Excuse me, sir. You there. I've got seats open at a real nice bar nearby. Care for a drink? They serve incredible drinks at great prices. Please try it. If I don't bring in any customers, they'll take it out on me. Come on, think it as helping a brother out. If you don't like the consequences of failing at your job, find one you don't fail at. Oh, that's cold, man. Cold as ice. You know what'd roll me right up, though? Good drink. We are too broke to... We're so broke we have to do the plot. Okay. Please don't kneel down on the floor, sir. Okay, fine. If this isn't an amazing drink, I'm walking. Okay. Okay. Oh!
What?
I'm gone. Oh, sit your ass down, Kiryu. You can't walk out the door without ordering something. It's an old hobby of mine. Sometimes I just want to get behind a bar and serve some drinks to fine customers. I don't look the part now, but they used to call me the Lord of the Night. I was the gold standard of customer service. You best be glad I'm the one serving. Did you ever play Twin Mirror? I can't remember. The name's really familiar. Which one's Twin Mirror? Oh, the Don't Nod one from 2020. I didn't play Twin Mirror. I've generally really enjoyed Don't Nod's output. If there's a Don't Nod game from only 6 years ago that I haven't played, I probably should play it. I don't know why, I just didn't get around to playing it. I love Don't Nod stuff generally. Don't Nod, very good company as far as I'm concerned. Okay, fine. Fine, Majima, I'll have a drink. Called the Goro 40 years old. The new face on the market only came out this year. Got a real smoky texture, but still slightly sweet and goes down easy. A Majima favourite for beginners, or when you just need to drink and run. It does have... It does have a classy taste. Sure, one more. Next is the Mazima. These brands are a little suspicious. No, it's a fine drink, a rich taste, an almost mysterious charm that makes you want to have another before you finish your first glass. Okay, Majima, how drunk do you need me, and why? I'm surprised. Coming from you, I would have expected some sort of bizarre cocktail, but you actually have pretty good taste. Oh, I'm a customer service professional. I gotta go now. 5 for the go, 6 for the... That'll be 560,000 yen! I could buy 10 Godspeed motors for that price, you bastard. It's a robbery. I only had 2 drinks. Why is it so expensive? Well, this is some real legit best-in-class premium whiskey. It usually run 5.6 million yen. Buds, Kiryu. I gave you a 90% Majima discount. Why are you blowing your lid? Oh, you wound me with these You wound me with these accusations, Kiryu-chan. All I'm asking for you is to pay for the alcohol you drank. What part of that sounds like a scam? I don't know what drinks you're usually into, but when I'm behind the bar, I only serve the good shit. If you want to call me out, you can show me some damn proof. You're not gonna pay? Oh, I would never make a criminal out of customer. I would have to rough you up a bit. Okay. I do not have enough money. I do not plan on paying. I'm just trying to get to the plot. Okay, chat. We've been ambushed by Majima twice on our way to this plot point. How many more times do you think he's going to ambush us before we get to the plot? Oh god, he got us really drunk and now he wants to fight us. Oh no, you can't use the breakdance style against me. That's my breakdance style. I love using that. Was this all an elaborate ruse to force Kiryu into a fight? Yes, Echo. If you hadn't realized yet, a big part of Yakuza Kiwami is Majima coming up with incredibly elaborate excuses for Kiryu to fight him. What have we had so far? He dressed up as a fake cop and found a weapon in our bag, and that was an excuse for a fight. He kidnapped Haruka purely so we would fight him to try and get her back. He opened a bar, and had someone, like, beg us to be a customer to make us drinks we couldn't afford to get us to fight him. He just stood around outside and was like, I saw ya! That's the reason. Right, these two have so much sexual tension that will never get dealt with. The only way they know how to talk about their feelings is through their fists, and it's really quite sad for them. Oh. There we go. You down so much alcohol, you ought to be a swaggering drunk, but all it did was make you stronger. Well, that's the thing, Echo. Maybe this is what does it for them. Unrequited, unstated love expressed through fist fighting. And schemes. And shenanigans. I half figured all that cheap swill wouldn't have much effect on you. I was serving you the cheap shit you can buy on the street corners. Oh, it wasn't even good booze. Kveldstrom says, if the hockey boys can manage to talk about their feelings, I'm sure these two idiots can too. That's why we need Yakuza Vancouver. We do a side quest that is based on the hit TV show Heated Rivalries. We release Yakuza Vancouver in the next, like, 18 months, so that's still relevant. And Kiryu and Majima learn to talk about their feelings via the medium of watching two closeted gay men from different parts of the world work through their feelings through violence, through the act of ice hockey. That's how we finally get Kiryu and Majima to talk about their feelings for each other, is via the Heated Rivalries side quest in Yakuza Vancouver. I'm never gonna stop being a shill for Yakuza Vancouver. I truly believe it is the future of that series. I've gotten into 2 fights while trying to get to the plot, and both of them have been with Majima, who doesn't pay me for the fights. Okay, I'm gonna fight you lot just so that you will actually give me money when I fight you, unlike Majima. Yeah, you do that side quest before the moose milking, but after the Tim Hortons minigame. Cass, Cass, in a world where I get invited to help consult on Yakuza Vancouver, I will DM you, NDA breaking me damned, and be like, I will message you for advice. I will sneak you onto that project somehow. Rule Spider, I have not discussed Heated Rivalry with any heterosexual women. I watched the first 2 episodes with 2 of my best friends who are a couple of gay men. They had a great time with it. Me and Jane had a great time watching it with them. I have taken part in exactly 0 heterosexual woman discourse about that show. Here we go. I have heard the heterosexual women have been pretty insufferable about Heated Rivalries. I know not the specifics. I simply know they have been the worst about it. Okay, Date-san is drunk. What's up, buddy?
こんなに強い酒をどうしたんだ。
He's got some troubles. Yeah, probably I got him too. Yeah, it's just you. Someone Japanese is calling. How come you always stand me up, jerk? There's a woman named Saya. Date-san must have stood her up. That's Date-san's daughter. He mentioned her after he drank enough. We were supposed to meet up with her near here. I guess that's out. You know the back alley across the street, where Public Park 3 is? That little park back there? Meet Date's daughter. I don't know why we're going to meet Date's daughter and be like, hello, I'm not your dad. Your dad was too drunk to answer the phone. So I'm here, hello. Yeah, just go fuck around in someone else's life, just because. Hey, mister, you're free. You wanna hang with us a while? You can have one or both of us. We don't have any rules so to speak of, so long as it's not too extreme. You know, we mean... Sorry, forget about it. What are we gonna do, Saya? Oh, we'll find someone else. Let's go. Saya? Are you Date-san's daughter? Eka says, hello, I'm a strange man who answered your dad's phone and is now meeting a child in an alleyway at night. A child in an alleyway at night who sounds like they're propositioning people while in their school uniform, which is not ideal. Does Date-san know about this? Of course he doesn't. Are you mental? Not as dumb as you two. I'm not the one with my body on discount. That's none of your business. If you want to tell me, go right ahead. I just need money right now. Leave me alone. Saya, I will not leave you alone. I understand what it's like to need money. I also require my money right now for pocket racer parts. But I ain't selling my body and neither should you. That's terrible. Ignore me. Mister, are you on Saya's side? Probably. I see. There's a guy, his name is Shotaro, from the Champion District bar called Shellac. This guy costs her a lot of money, that's why she's trying to sell herself so she can keep seeing him. Oh, you're trying to date a man with expensive tastes. Royal Spider says, telling a bi demi-boy that a show about two queer men navigating an M/M relationship in an environment not exactly welcoming of it, that he doesn't know what he's talking about when criticizing elements of it, sure is a take to have. Yeah, to my understanding, this is the problem with talking to the cis-het women about heated rivalries, is that there have been some critiques from queer men and queer people broadly. You know, not to be like, it's a terrible show, but like, you know, maybe I don't personally agree with some things, or like, I have some critiques about how some of this is explored. And some heterosexual women being like, no, it's sexy, therefore stop criticizing it. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, yeah, you're kind of the tourists in the space. Maybe don't speak over the people who are being represented, you know. You're friends with Saya's dad, can you help her? I'll try and help. If for no other reason, then I still need pocket circuit money. Oh. Are you beating a man up in the streets? No, no you're not. Echo, I'll say this. Having watched the first couple of episodes, all I had heard was that the heterosexual women loved it, which similarly put me off. I really liked the first 2 episodes. I've only not watched more of it because I haven't made the time for it yet, but it has some incredible cinematography. I quite like how they have written one of the pair of queer characters is undiagnosed autistic, canonically, and I think they do a decent job with writing a nuanced portrayal. I've seen some neurotypical women who have complained that this character is too emotionless in his performance. As an autistic person, I go, what are you talking about? There is so much expression in that performance. It's perhaps autistic expression of emotion, and you're not picking up on it, but, like, there is a range of really nuanced emotion going on in that character. It's good for what it is, but there are a few problems. Yeah, as I say, I've not gotten past 2 episodes, so I'm aware that it has problems. I've heard what some of them are. Some of them I'll see as I get there. Like, I do think, for example, the character who is from Russia, in the 2nd episode, they are in Russia for an ice hockey competition, and the way he acts, his demeanor is entirely fucking different. He carries himself, his mannerisms, his way of speaking, completely different in this one episode in which he is in a country where it is not safe for him to be gay. And I'm like, there is some really good acting there that I think is very solid. Rule Spider says, it's good for what it is, but there are a few problems. For example, the lack of lube. Yes, the amount of anal sex that occurs spontaneously on the moment with no prep and no lube, and no... That's very... It has a very heterosexual sex view of anal sex, that can be at times a little funny. It's got some problems. Street ruffians. I think one of my biggest problems in the first 2 episodes, and it's not even a particularly big problem, it just made me laugh, was they're both using like female fake names in their phones so that they can be like sexting, and if anyone overseas it's like, you're just like, oh, you're hitting on a girl. Except multiple times they refer to each other by their actual names in the text chain. I'm like, no, you have to keep up the fake name thing, otherwise the whole charade you're doing doesn't really make sense. Like, it's not a thing that stops me enjoying the show. It does make me giggle a little, you know? Ah, yes, the universal bottle of oil. I think there is a lot to like about it, despite the fact it was very clearly written by a heterosexual woman from the outside. Does not mean she cannot tell a compelling story. And it is certainly scratching some of the itch. The Hole Left in My Heart by Yuri on Ice never getting a 2nd season. You know, this is scratching that itch a little bit. Yes, Yuri on Ice. Look, there is something refreshing after having watched Yuri on Ice, where you watch an entire season to get they exchange rings and they kiss, but they will never say that they are gay. Compared to within 15 minutes of episode 1, we're doing an ad shoot where you got to be like your face right up against your face, and we are completely just building the tension that's going to lead to you two fucking in 5 minutes. And I'm like, I appreciate the not being quite on the Yuri on Ice end of that scale, but you know. Oh, I read fanfic back in the late 90s. You haven't seen Horrifying Lube, trust me. I'll never get over the gravy. Oh. Oh. This is where I'm meant to be. Is Shotaro here? Yeah, I'm a friend of Shotaro's. Which drink is the most expensive here? Before I try and predict this, I have a thing to show you that even if you've seen Yuri on Ice, you might not have seen before. There is a cut ice skating routine from Yuri on Ice that never appeared in the actual episodes. And it is by far the best animated bit of Yuri on Ice that exists. Yeah, welcome to the madness. For anyone who wants... I was gonna say for anyone who needs selling on watching the gay ice skating anime Yuri on Ice, this is what I'll sell you with. No, because if I sell you with this, it's gonna... You're gonna be disappointed by every other ice skating routine in Yuri on Ice. But now that I've been reminded of Welcome to the Madness, I have to...
The next generation.
Oh, I've got to introduce it to the stream. Give me a second. Okay, let's put this here. We're gonna do this shot. Welcome to gay ice skating. I'll talk about my theories on why this didn't make the show. After it's finished, but goddamn, it's gorgeous, right? Fucking throwing the shades at JJ. Finger gun, knock to the ground, end of the routine. You know my biggest theory as to why that is not a part of Yuri on Ice? Because let's say that had been Yuri's final performance in the World Championships. They would have then wanted us as the viewers to be like, ooh, the tension. Who's gonna win, Yuri or Yuri? There would have been no fucking tension. If that had been Russian Yuri's final performance in the World Championships, we'd have all just gone, yeah, so he wins, right? There is no world in which Japanese Yuri wins, is there, huh? It's fucking gold, that routine. That said, it's not my favorite song from a skating routine in Yuri on Ice. King JJ's theme, despite the fact that it is King JJ singing about like how he's going to be the best in the world in his own like it's weirdly uplifting. This sort of like I'm gonna take on every challenge in front of me and nothing's ever gonna stop me, but not in an arrogant way. In a I am simply going to refuse not to soar kind of way. And I'm like, oh, King JJ's theme. Anyway, I'm gonna guess it's to be 17 years old. Nope. What's the most expensive drink here? Get around here. That doesn't concern you. Okay. I rewatched Yuri on Ice a little while ago. I rewatched it while inebriated. I couldn't go for a night out with some friends because I had like fucked up my ankle and my knee. I'd taken a fall down the stairs. So I couldn't go for a night out dancing. So my friends went out, and I was like, I'm gonna stay. They're up all night dancing. I'm gonna stay home up all night, have a nice little cozy evening in. And I rewatched Yuri on Ice up on a big projector up on the bedroom wall. Oh, that was a journey. Premium malts. I'm gonna brute force through here through your answer. I'm a friend. Officer. I'm gonna have to leave and like it's not gonna be one that's currently on the list, is it? It's gonna be a thing that's not on this list. This is going to be designed in a way where I can't brute force it. But I'm trying now, so I need to persist. Yeah, season 2, due to a shit ton of really depressing legal bullshit, is never gonna happen. Oh. You moved to the club called Stardust 3 months ago. Oh, I should have just picked the oldest vintage. There we go. Okay, a couple more fights. If I can get back up to about 10k, I'll probably head back to Pocket Circuit if I'm anywhere nearby. Legal bullshit and irreconcilable differences between the artists and the writers and the studio heads. Yeah. They could not simply let the creator pick a direction to keep going with. Well, we have plenty of other good anime airing, but what else do we have airing that fills the hole in my heart? Explicitly shaped like ice skating homosexuals. I say that, the answer right now is Heated Rivalries. Heated Rivalries is not Yuri on Ice, but it's having to do double duty, filling some of that spot in my soul. It is still homosexuals on ice. It's yaoi on ice, right? It should never have been called Yuri on Ice. It was always yaoi on ice. Got him. Okay, I can probably afford to do Pocket Circuit again for a little bit. Oh no, I should save. I should save. I should save up so I can do lots of Pocket Circuit like in one big go. Do at least one more little bit of plot and then I'll go Pocket Circuit again. Hello, everyone stood outside of here. Oh, Stardust! I know Stardust. Hey, Yuya. You know where Shota is? Right, I assumed Yuri on Ice had to be woman on woman before I'd seen it. Hey, Daniel Aldridge. Yakuza Kiwami's doing decent. We played Pocket Circuit until we ran out of money. This police officer guy, his daughter here, Saya, she's considering selling her body for money in order to keep up with the expensive tastes of her rich boyfriend.
Saya,
oh, what are you doing here? Now you want to play my father. You already flaked out on me today. You always do this, Dad. You barely speak a word when we meet up and you act like you're bored stiff. Then one wrong turn and there you are. Hey, bud. Do a season 2 with this Woman Love Woman and have it be Yaoi on Ice. Just to really throw everyone. What are you guys doing? Whoopsie. Oh, she owes our establishment a pretty penny. Oh, it's not even a boyfriend. She's just paying to see a host. Yeah, a host at a host club. She can't pay, she'll have to sell the goods she's got. Okay, yeah. Oh god, her dad's not showing up to see her, so she's going and seeing an older man at host clubs. Ugh. Keep an eye out for her upcoming video debut. Pre-order it now, old man. Date can put up a fight. He's drunk off his ass, but he can put up a fight. I'm gonna start by fighting the one with the knife. Knife guy, let's get you out the way as soon as we can. Okay, fine. I'll get the goons out of the way first. Oh, you're all pretty strong. Oh, I wanted to pick up the billboard. Okay, fine. I hate how difficult it is to pick up objects in this early one. No, not even that. There we go. I'm allowed to pick up the box. Now that you're not stood near it, maybe I can pick up the sign. There we go. was about to heal. Oh. Okay. Let's redo the fight. Focus on the exterior a lot first. Let me hit you with a big signpost. That's all I want to do. Oh, that's out of range, is it? Stop it! There we go. Back on the balls. There we go. I'm the girl's father. Now tell me where your boss is. Whoopsie. Date-san sure is taking his time. You think it's okay to let him go alone? He's probably got it. Or I should go check on him, maybe. I'm a little worried. I'd be leaving? Probably. Here are you. Shota was telling me he needs to pay off what he borrowed from the loan shark immediately. He asked me to help him get the money. Hello. When a person whose job it is to get you to pay them money tells you a story of why they really need money and you should pay them even more, at a business where handing money to them for nothing in return is like the business model, be skeptical. He said if he didn't get the money by next week, he could be killed. The punk is scared of his life and asks his girl to do something about it. If he cared about you at all, he would never ask you to do that. Shota's all I have. If it were Date-san, he would protect you, even if it meant going to hell and back. Shota cares the most about you. Yeah,
伊達さんだ。
I see what you're saying, Kiryu, but like, her dad is an absent drunk that cannot be relied on. I can see why she would feel like her teenage post-club boyfriend
ねえ桐生さん
is more reliable.
お父さんが心配
そのマチキンの場所、わかるか？
You know where the loan shark is?
ピンク通りの花
On
形ビ
Pink
ル
Street in the Hanagata
そこがあいつら
building.
の
They
事
have
務所
an
なの
office there.
行くぞ、さや。お前も一緒に来るんだ。
And she's coming with us. I was gonna suggest going to Pocket Circuit or Pocket Fighting now, but probably not yet.
いや 桐生さんってお父さんとどういう関係
Kiryu, what's your relationship to my dad? Oh, well, I was under
仕
his
事関
care
係
at
で
work.
世話になったことがあってな。
やっぱりそうじゃないかと思ったのよね
わかるのか？
だって桐生さん
You look like a total Yakuza, Kiryu.
四課の人って本職の人よりそれっぽいって言うじゃない
え4か？
ほんと刑事って周りのこと見えてないんだからもっと普通の公務員らしい格好をしてほしいのよね
まあ、そういうことにしておくか。
I think that was the Majima alarm. I should have waited. I think it was the Majima alarm.
ねえあんた
Listen, old man.
さやの親父さんなら
Saya's father, you're welcome to pay her
そし
debt.
たらビデオの
Then
話
we'll let her off the hook for that video.
いくらなんだ店のツケが
The tab was 200
俺が立
grand.
て替えたから利子と
Well,
合
I
わせ
paid
て
that, but with interest, it's more like 4 mil.
翔太はさうちの系列
You have to borrow that money from our affiliates, and the interest is on you.
バカな払えないんだったらさやちゃん
If you don't pay, then Saya, she'll do whatever she's gonna do.
翔太
Oh,
こいつさつか
oh, he's a cop. You've been beating up a cop,
4か丸坊
an
主
organized crime cop.
やべえじゃねえかよまあ待てよお父さんさ丸坊
Hey,
だったら押
Daddy.
収した拳銃
Organized crime must have a shit ton of guns you've confiscated, right?
そいつを回してくれたら
Pass some of those to us, we'll let Saya's debt
チャラをしてやる
slide.
よどうだいい話だろ
How about it? Good deal?
話にならねえよ
Oh,
強が
oh.
ってんじゃねえよ
翔太なんで
白状な親父だね
With a heartless father, don't you care about your daughter?
じゃないの
Yeah, Kiryu hasn't known Date for very long to be making these kind of sweeping proclamations about him. You're right, Aegis Gaia.
だったら要求を飲めよ
俺はさやの父親だ。だが警察官だ。お前らの要求は飲めね
I'm passing on your little
じゃあ
offer.
さやはどうなっても
Don't
いい
you
ん
care
だ
what happens to Saya?
ああんたはさやより仕事を
You
取
choose
った
your
んだ
job
な
over her?
殺せよ。
Kill me already.
殺せって言ったんだ。
Told you to kill me.
ここで俺が死ねば
If I die here, you
さすがに
clowns
お前
will
ら
never
だけ
get
逃げ切れねえ
away.
だろ。日本の警察は
Don't underestimate Japan's police.
さやは
As for
さ
Saya,
やはきっと
I'm sure my friend will protect
俺
her.
の友達が守ってくれる。
じゃあ望み
Oh,
通
then
り
I'll grant your wish.
別に
Ooh.
俺らは
We're not afraid of the pigs.
花から失
You
う
have
ものなんて
nothing to
ね
lose
え
and
んだよ
everything to gain.
お父さん
なんだてめえあんた
Hey, you lot.
初めっからグルだったわけだ。
You're all in this. We're all in this together. You're scum, all of you. Yes, you are. And we believe it.
一緒にぶっ殺してやる
Got him. Welcome, Raiders. Echo says, I will never get tired of watching that guy get flung across the room by the door and Kiri just casually sauntering in. This game has a very good sense of humour for dramatic pacing of entrances. It knows its audience. Ah, get up, get up, get up. Clearly the version of this game with the Laura K. Buzz soundtrack is the superior version. Look, you just wait until I start soundtracking this with Yuri on Ice songs, as I'm inevitably about to do. Watch me do a big dramatic fight against the Yakuza as theme of King JJ plays. It'll be suitably dramatic. It will be exactly the tone that this game was designed to have emotionally. Come on, get that knife dislodged from me. You know what, next fight we're doing it. I'm getting Theme of King JJ out just to prove my taste in battle soundtracks. Got him. Please, some money for Pocket Circuit.
20が400だって
200 blew up into 4 mil, eh? If you're joking, it's not very funny. No. The contract. Hand it over. Oh, I'm all scaredy.
Kariができたな、桐生。
いや
お父さん、
普通の女子高生なんだな。そうしてると
やだ、ジロジロ見ないでよ。
Hey, Dad. Sorry you got beat up by my crime boyfriend. Fucking hell, okay.
俺はダメな親父だ。
Sire, I'm a failure of a father. Yeah, you are. You just slapped her across the fucking face. I have to laugh because I don't know what else to do emotionally with. Oh, sorry, daughter. I'm a terrible father.
10年前、お母さんとお前
10 years ago, I ran away from you and your mother. And 10 seconds ago, I slapped you across the face.
でもな、それでも一つだけ約束してくれないか。
Yeah. Let me talk about my thoughts about parenting, a thing that everyone wants to hear from a person with no children. I am a big believer that one of the most important things you can do with parenting teenagers is cultivating a space where they don't feel afraid to come to you for help when they know they have fucked up or in a dangerous spot. And a big part of that is in if they've gotten themselves into a situation where they are at risk and where things have been dangerous for them, your first response, if you're able to get them out of that situation, needs to be, I am so glad you are okay. I'm not angry right now, I'm just glad you're okay. You've got to really lean into that. That is not the moment for punishment, that is the moment for, above all else, no matter what you've done, like what bad things you did that led you to that point, you were in a bad situation, and at the end of the day, I just wanted to have you be safe, and I just was relieved that you were safe at the end. That is how you get to the point where you can start having the kind of conversations like, hey, look, if you lie to me about where you're going and you, like, go to a house party underage and You know, maybe it's you had a couple of drinks and it hit you harder than you intended. Maybe it's you're being pressured to do something by your friends. Maybe it's you think someone slipped something in your drink and something's seriously wrong. Don't panic and go, yeah, but if I call my parents, I'll get in trouble. Go, I can call them and they'll come save me, and they'll just be glad that I let them know and that I came to them to be safe, more than they will be upset that I broke the rules. Yeah, if you want people to come to you, you cannot punish them for coming to you. Exactly. Yeah.
自分をもっと大切にし
Yeah,
ろよ。
please take better care of yourself is not the correct messaging. It's, please know that if things are getting out of control like that, you can come to me. And I'm sorry I was too much of a drunk to be there when you needed me. I will be better about staying sober and being reachable if you promise to reach out to me if this kind of thing
サイが
starts
幸せに
spiraling
なるために
again.
もっと自分自身を愛してくれ。それでもお前が苦しんだり危ない目にあったら俺は守ってやる。守ってやるから。
分かった。分かったから泣かないでよ。
キリュウ。
I'm glad you're both okay. Morning, Date-kun.
何か
Hey, police chief.
ああ、ちょっと話が。
Right, we need to talk.
何のお話でしょうか。
What's up? What's up,
10
chief?
年前
10 years ago, there was a case you
君が独断で
continued to
ある
investigate
事
at your
件
own
の捜査を
discretion.
進めその後のキャリアを
Your
滞
career
らせた
derailed after that incident.
二度目がないことは
Surely you understand that can't
分かって
happen
いる。
again.
ええ、まあ
Yeah, sure.
単刀直入に言
I'll
おう
cut to the chase.
今君が調べていることからすぐに手を引くんだ
You need to step back from this case.
どの件でしょう。
交渉の余地はないんだよ伊達君今すぐ手を引きなさい 話は以上だ
失礼します。
Well,
伊達君
the cops are ordering you to stop investigating.
今のが伊達
Interesting.
刑事かね。
はい
どうだ須藤君。
To be clear, this also takes place in like 2005, so things were a little different
そうだ
then.
依頼主は明かせないが捜索願いが出ている。上から直接頼まれた異例の任務だが一家で引き受けてもらえないか。
わかりました。
How long is Kiwami again? I forget how long Kiwami is. I feel like it's one of the shorter ones, yeah.
その様子じゃ柏木に泣くまで
Yeah, I thought so. I was like, is this one of the shorter ones? Yeah, it can be as little as 18 hours, this one. This is definitely one of the shorter Yakuzas. Or Kashiwagi could rip you a new one, eh? Okay, so this is back to what, 1996? Nishiki needs 3 million yen to buy a black market heart for a heart transplant for his sister. And he asked one of his underlings, like, hey, get me the money, I don't care how. And that underling was like, hey, you basically fucking work for me now, not the other way around. And then he tried to get the money, that underling tried to get the money by stealing territory from Nishiki's boss. And then Nishiki's boss was like, don't let your fucking underlings do that again, or you will be absolutely bloody wrecked.
聞いたで
Oh, I've heard rumors.
踊れの子分
You were struggling to keep your men in line, Nishikiyama.
せっかく風間のおやさんに
Okay, after all that Kazuma-san went through to get me settled,
俺が不甲斐ない
I
せい
screwed up everything. Yeah. It's playing out as I suspected. Who knew Kazuma had such a cruel streak? What do you mean? He really meant to help you come up. And why did he give you men you couldn't control? He's making you suffer. He's waiting for you to break. No way! Just keep this in the back of your mind. All Kazuma wants is Kiryu to have his own family. What Kiryu pulled is beyond forgiveness. But who am I kidding? Ironic as it sounds, Kiryu's reputation has never been stronger. Seems often a big shot only gave him more street cred. Once he gets out. Well, that's the thing about Kiryu. Everyone absolutely fucking loves Kiryu, but they're like, look, he's not going to be able to rise through the ranks of the Yakuza because he doesn't have it. He clearly doesn't have him in him to actually do a murder. If you attribute like 3 high-ranking murders to Kiryu, even if there are other high-up people in the Yakuza, they're gonna go, oh, that guy that we love who's great, he is capable of killing a strong guy if he has to. When Kiryu gets out, he'll be on a level you couldn't even hope to reach. He's a beast who killed his boss, but in our world, all it takes to move up the ranks is street cred. Come to think of it, maybe one day he'll have such a big-ass family, even I'll be green with envy.
柏木さんは桐生が出てきたら俺の組で面倒見てやれってどやこ目覚ませ面倒見られんのはお前の
You're the sorry shit that needs taking care of.
まあでもそん時は桐生もやりづらい
But then I guess even Kiryu would have a rough time.
お前の扱いに
Figuring
は
out what the
困
fuck
るはずや
to do with you.
人も殺せんガキが
Little bitch who can't even pull the trigger won't last long here. Kiryu would never shoot a bunch of guys in a high-speed road chase, you're right. I've got the hiccups. If I don't go away soon, I might go get the hiccup straw. A genuine thing that exists. And is the actual way to get rid of hiccups, according to science.
おい、桐生。こいつを見てくれ。
Hey Kiryu, look at this.
これは今朝東京湾に上がった女の
They pulled a
水死体だ。
drowned female body out of Tokyo Bay this morning. Hey, maybe don't just be flashing around a picture of maybe this kid's dead mum while she's like 2 feet away on the sofa. Go in the next room and do this.
死因は頭部挫傷および出血多量によるショック死。
Contusion and blood loss.
沈んでいた。
Had concrete attached to make the body sink.
水木なのか
なんとも言えんが、ただこの入れ墨、水木の入れてた模様と一緒なんじゃないのか。
And it's the same tattoo that Mizuki had.
どうした？
この辺り
Right here, look closely.
小さく歌って文字が見えないか
The small Uta character for song.
こいつは
This is the work of Utabori. Utabori too. He puts his signature on all his art.
じゃあこの死体の入れ墨もその
He's the one who did her ink. If I wasn't on stream, I would go get it. But it's going to require walking away from stream. But yeah, for anyone who's unaware, straws that get rid of hiccups, are just like a thing that exists, and they are cheap and very, very effective. They just exist now. If you Google just like hiccup straw, you can find them for like as cheap as like $5. Let me show you a science diagram of why they work. Legitimately, science has worked out how we deal with hiccups. Um, give me a minute to find my shitty little diagram. Here we go. Basically, science worked out that the two nerves that are responsible for causing hiccups to happen, is the vagus nerve and the phrenic nerve. They cause your epiglottis to close and your diaphragm to contract. The way that the straw works is basically, and I'm summarizing things here, bigger opening at the bottom, smaller opening at the top, forces you to drink water at like a specific high pressure, pointed a certain way in your mouth, that activates both your vagus nerve and phrenic nerve, and makes them cut it out with the hiccuping. It is a straw that is designed to activate your vagus and phrenic nerves in a way that just stops hiccups. And I can tell you from personal experience, as a chronic hiccup person who has like really painful, infuriating hiccups, it works real good.
俺の背中も掘ってくれた。
Ah, the person who did her tattoo did Kiryu's back
友人会
tattoo.
館にいるはずだ。写真の女が水木なら、はるかには酷だ。あいつには伏せておく。
ああ、
ちょっと出てくる。
It's alright. I think I've convinced them to stop. If they come back again, I will go get the straw. But it's the same principle as why for some people, close your mouth, don't breathe, and like force yourself to swallow over and over works. Is it's trying to do the same thing that this straw does. Okay.
だってさ、俺の事件のせいで、4
I am gonna go. I'm gonna go and do a little more pocket circuit. And while we're on the way there, I have Theme of King JJ stuck in my head, so we're going to listen to some Theme of King JJ from Yuri on Ice, because it's stuck in my head and I need to dislodge it. Let me just get this fight set up and get the tune going. But he's stuck in my head. Such aspirational ass-kicking music. God, Theme of King JJ is so good. Every now and then, I just need to put it in my soul to feel ready to do things. I'm sorry that your migraines returned. I hope that it doesn't fuck you over for too long. Okay, what lane am I in? Blue. I'm not sure about my gear, but I wanted a better gear, but I can't afford the better gear. So we'll see how we do with this. I'm blue. Falling a little behind red. I went balanced. There's really no good place for me to boost on this track, is there? Maybe here? If there's ever going to be a good place for me to boost, it's here. Okay, let's try this again without the boost. Let's try with just... Yeah, there's no good place to boost it on this track, so I'm just gonna have to do the default configuration and see whether it's gonna work. It's a lot of up and down. Maybe the super power gears. There's a lot of uphills. Holding a little behind red, a little behind yellow. Yeah, I definitely don't need to worry ultimately about that little bit of green, that little bit of grass under this overpass. What I want is I want a good speed gear to get back up to top speed. Because I'm not going to go for... I'm not going to go for worse wheels for 90% of the track. I just want to get high acceleration. I was falling pretty dangerously behind there. Do I have a better speed gear? Do I need like another $5,000 to buy that? I want the ultra speed gear, I think, ultimately, but that's like $15,000. Customize gears. Super. I fudged the numbers with some Godspeed ones.
出遅れるなよ。熱いレースの始まりだ。
やっちゃうわよ。
少し出遅れたか。おけさなら警告状も出しかけるな。
I don't know what my stability here is going to be like, but it's looking pretty good for me. Keeping pace. Okay, okay, we can maybe do this still. We maybe don't need the super speed, the speed boost blast or whatever it was. Those shorts are always very curious. Not a thing I ever encountered. At least not that I remember. Okay, let's got 2 more laps to go. Right now I'm slightly ahead of red, very ahead of yellow and green. Oh, I'm about to lap yellow, I am. Come on, let's knock yellow out of the race. Final lap, and I have a slight but significant... Kathleen says, fuck me, the Aurora Borealis, it's visible. Whereabouts in the world are you, if you don't mind me asking? I've heard it's visible in Germany. I'm curious if it's visible in other places. Any chance it's visible in my neck of the woods? Oh, where's my mouse? Ooh, could be visible across parts of the UK tonight if you're up in the early hours. Maybe I have to go for a walk up the top of a dark hill in the middle of the night. Wait, did I not win that race? I was not paying attention right at the end. Did I somehow fail to win that race? I'm certain I was winning that race. Was I looking at the wrong race or was I not? Okay, I'm red track. Was I looking at the wrong colour track and I wasn't actually in the lead? Oh, I watched myself lap through yellow. I'm red. Green has a slight lead on me currently. Oh. Okay. I don't think I can do this yet. I need better gears. There's a good spot for... If I want to go out tonight and try and look for the Northern Lights, I know where I would go to look. That is relatively unlight polluted. It depends how cloudy it is out tonight. Tough to tell. Biggest issue would be... Because it's a place with low light pollution, it's a place that is very dark, and I would have to navigate there in the dark. It would be a go out with a torch to find my way to the place that's dark enough. to see the lights that might not actually be visible. If I could guarantee they would be visible, I'd go for it, but... I have decent enough gear, but I don't know whether I want to get, like, geared up. Like, it's late enough in the day. For a question mark, maybe there'll be Northern Lights. Do I want to, like, put on the good boots and get my headlamp out and go for a trek? Hello! Fight me so I can afford pocket racer parts. Oh, some of you who were around the other week for stream, maybe on Wednesday last week, and I was talking about maybe doing a Star Trek podcast soon. I don't know when the first episode's going to go up, but we're recording a pilot episode of it on February 6th? So probably like mid to late February, you might start getting Star Trek videos out of me. Uh, 14,000. I think I can afford the part I want for my pocket racer with that. If I can find like one more group of arseholes to beat up, that'd be great. Oh, Majima, sure, I'll beat you up. I wasn't trying to avoid saying hi to you. Of course I wasn't. I was very proud of how a Bridge Command mission the other day for Jane's birthday went. Without getting... while staying spoiler light, it was a mission that was designed to be a very military mission. You go shoot this group. They're trying to steal your supplies. Shoot them before they can steal your supplies. I was on comms, and I managed to turn that military mission into a diplomatic mission by finding out why the people shooting us were trying to steal our medical supplies, and getting them to agree to a ceasefire, while I simply negotiated getting them some medical supplies, and then negotiated us fighting a larger unified threat rather than each other. I turned a explicitly military mission into a diplomatic mission. I was very proud of how it went. Where was I? This way. To determine the reason I'm struggling with new TV programs and films, there's too many characters to keep track of. Brain gets overwhelmed and makes me more ill. Unfortunately, this applies to Star Trek. That sucks. Yes, sometimes I have spells of can't be doing with new characters. The joy of repeat watching comfort shows is if I already know everything, then low brain stress. It's a very Laura thing to do, to be honest. Yeah, look, I didn't get recruited into the diplomatic corps for nothing. I am a very... what if I can take your fist fight and be like, what if instead we talked about feelings in space? Alright, what am I looking at here? $400 short of those gears. Okay, I'm gonna find one fight to do, and then we can get through at least one more pocket fighter race tonight. Oh, we gotta race that dickhead as well. You're Nishida from the Majima family. The boss has gone missing. He's trying to find a new way to surprise you, Kiryu, and then he had this moment of clarity. I've got the best hiding place, and now we can't find him. Okay, Majima's played hide and seek and then gotten lost. We gotta find him. Okay. He told us to build these ridiculous giant objects the other day. Maybe he's somewhere in plain sight. Okay. Kveldstrom, have a good night. Where are you? People trying to fight me? Oh, here we are. For Twitch streams, I'm usually focused on the stream more than the game, so I can still watch these. Well, I'm glad that these are still enjoyable for you. If the wheel of Cass says, if the wheel of episodes lands you on DS9's Paradise Lost, you have to look up the behind the scenes. It's a perfectly decent episode. I wouldn't think it was the single most impactful in Ira Stephen Burner of the whole series. Oh god, that man is bleeding so much from his head. Kiryu's never killed anyone. I now have 38,000. I can definitely afford my new gears now. I want, what was it, the Super Boost gears? And then I'll race... I'm going to race this guy and do the Pro-Am, and that's probably where I'll leave it for tonight. Nope, okay. I want the Super Boost. Super Boost is... Now I want these. And once I've done this, I'll race you, you twerp.
Yeah.
I've got 23,000 if I need to buy another piece. $35, which is exactly my price. There we go. I'm in the yellow lane. There we go. This should be better on the acceleration front, which should help with us getting back up to speed after the grass. I think it's too fast. I wasn't expecting to have to stabilize my corners that quickly without having boosted. Is it just on that one lane out of 4 that I have to do that? If so, I'm probably okay because it's going to recover the stabilization meter by the time I do another 4 laps. Lap 5 would be the next one where I would have to stabilize if that's correct. Nope, I've lost enough energy doing 4 laps that I'm no longer... Okay. Oh, I've lapped 2 of them. Could I lap blue as well? Can I lap all 3? Probably not, but oh, it'd be fun. Okay, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I'm gonna go race that other potential pocket fighter guy. You. What's your point cap? Currently got. I really like our 30. Oh, 20 is the limit. Okay. Okay. Jump, mini jump. No grass. 8 laps. One. This for 20? I just heard that Kiryu saying Oreno Kashida when winning. What does that mean, Rule Spider? Out of curiosity. 勝っても負けても恨みっこなしだぜ。よし、やるか。行け。少し手遅れたか。Okay, I'm outpacing you. Okay, I think we got this. I think we've easily got this. Come on, let me lap you. Let me lap you, Hideki. Come on. Come on, let me lap you. That would be so funny after the boasting you did. He's not even in the race anymore. Lap 5 of 8, I lapped him. Not knowing what could happen next is part of the thrill of Pocket Circuit. We know what's going to happen next. He got knocked out. He hadn't even reached lap 4 yet. He got knocked out. Halfway through the race, I lapped him. Okay, it's a hard to translate expression in Japanese. You're basically somewhat trying to prevent accusations of flexing on people by saying something along the lines of, "Hey, I was just doing my best." I simply did my best. Kazuma-kun, you're so fast. How could I lose after seeing all that money in my car? Okay. You haven't got about the fighter and his problem. Okay. Yeah, you gotta tell me where the other guy is. The fighter has a fiance? Okay. Let's go find Takuma-kun. It's gonna be an uphill battle for reasons. Oh, he pursued a career in Formula 1 racing. Or he was trying to. He gave up. He switched jobs. He's currently a host on Tenkichi Street. He's at Stardust. Okay. There's Elite, Expert, Master, Champion, King of Speed. 5 more cups to go. What's up, fighter? Don't worry, it's all good. Yeah, we'll find your replacement. Just keep it up. Okay, it's a hyper polite and formal way to allow yourself to celebrate your victory while keeping some humility. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to leave this here for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I will be back with some more Yakuza Kiwami on Wednesday and Friday of this week. I will probably also be doing a Wednesday stream for the Life is Strange reveal, and possibly one on Thursday for the Xbox Direct, ? I'll see if I've got it in me that I can be bothered to talk about Xbox being terrible for however long that's going to last, or whether I just skip it. We'll see. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I'll be back for some more streams later in the week. Bye!